gentleman I'm sure doesn't need too much of an introduction to you. He's the Deputy First Minister in Stormont. He's a fighter. He's certainly leading the fight against Tory cuts across the north of Ireland. He's a Sinn Féin member. He's Martin McGuinness.
Yesterday, I attended a meeting of the British-Irish Ministerial Council in Dublin, and all of the administrations right across these islands was represented. And I took the opportunity as a government minister directly to the British government representative to say that I am a government minister and I am opposed to the austerity agenda that this British government is pursuing. And I am delighted to be here today in solidarity with you all the way from Ireland. All of us fighting the right-wing, facts-right policies on both sides of the Irish Sea. My party, Sinn Féin, is an anti-austerity party. We stood for election on an anti-austerity platform, and we are mandated by our electorate to oppose austerity. Sinn Féin is in coalition government in the north of Ireland, and I am the Deputy First Minister in that government. And in government, we are proud to say that we blocked the welfare bill. We blocked the welfare cuts that the Tory-led coalition demanded that we impose on the most vulnerable. We said no to the coalition government, and we are saying an unambiguous, unqualified, uncompromising no to this new Tory government. The Tories have no mandate for austerity in the north of Ireland. They stood 16 candidates out of our 18 constituencies, and between them the 16 candidates got less than 10,000 votes. So they stood in the elections and they were trounced in every constituency. But of course here in Britain, the Tories were elected on the lowest share of the vote ever for a Tory government, just 24% of the electorate. 24% is not a mandate for austerity. And we in Sinn Féin, we will not do Tory austerity. Unlike the Tory millionaires, I live in the heart of the proud working class community of the Bogside in Derry. The people the Tories are targeting are my friends, they are my neighbours, and they are a fine, hard-working, proud and decent people. And that goes also for the unionist people of the north of Ireland. They are a proud, decent people also. They are not parasites and they are not spongers. It is David Cameron's cabinet of millionaires. They are the people who are the real spongers. They are the people who are given free rein to live out their facts-right fantasies at the expense of ordinary, decent communities throughout these islands. Austerity is devastating these communities. The working poor, public sector workers, the disabled, the vulnerable are the hardest hit by this bankrupt and ideologically driven policy. In the north of Ireland, where we continue to build the peace and a fragile economy, their policies are threatening the power-sharing institutions of the Good Friday Agreement. Those institutions which have been underpinned the peace process for almost 2 decades are now on the brink of collapse because of Tory recklessness. In the south of Ireland, we have witnessed at first hand the brutality of austerity. The debts of private business, of banks and developers were passed on to the people. and generations will be paying off the debts for the greed of the few. So austerity has failed. It has failed our young people, our public services, and our economy. It is the communities of Dublin, Derry, Dundee, Cardiff and London that are paying the cost of Tory austerity, while the wealth of the few continues to increase. So austerity means inequality, poverty and despair. The alternative is investment and growth, equality and prosperity, the safety net and the helping hand. So I am heartened by the huge numbers here today, because it reminds us all that we're not alone in this fight, and we are strong if we unite and if we act together. And I believe that by continuing to stand together, we can succeed. Defeat is not an option. Austerity is not an option. So today, we send a powerful message to the Tories. We will not be cowed, we will not be threatened, we will not be bullied, and we will not be bribed. So finally, I congratulate all of you for taking this stand, and I look forward to continuing to stand shoulder to shoulder with you during the days, weeks and months that lie ahead. Well done, everybody.
Martin McGuinness, thank you.